Okay, let's go ahead and transform the mobile suit into the Wave Rider. I'm going to take the head off. I'm going to take off the side skirts. And we want to take off the legs. Okay, then you see this red part in his chest here. That actually taps into his waist area or his lower abdomen, so you want to unplug that from there. And that lifts the thing over the top of his ball joint there. And this is going to unplug, as you'll see. Voila! This part we don't use. It goes to the side. And the back armor, of course, this gets taken off too. We don't use that again. Alright. So basically there's a tab here. This is going to plug into here. It kind of becomes a new, sort of a new frame. There we go. So from the front of the Wave Rider, we're going to rotate these around. So these white portions are facing towards the back. Then going back to the bottom, we want to go ahead and plug in the nose of the ship here, or the Wave Rider I should say. So that plugs into there. And this is kind of tricky. Sometimes you got to kind of just put enough pressure on it so that it stays in there. There we go. And towards the front of the ship, this part that tabs into a slot in the nose of the ship, like so, and it should stay pretty well. There we go. Okay, and you want to have these wings below the ball joints here, because what's going to happen is the legs, we want to take off this piece of protection, piece of armor here, and then we want to go ahead and move it up so it's like that, and make sure that the feet are like so. So it's going to represent a thruster. And also this piece here slides back. Well, it's already slid back, but it slides back, and you can see there it reveals a little thruster there. You can see, slide, slide. Alright, let's do the same thing with the other leg. Take off this piece we don't use, put it to the side, like that. And then, actually it needs to be this at the top. I always get confused whether it goes like this or this. Well, you can tell because the thruster is supposed to be on the top. Slide the forward to reveal the thruster. Okay, so this is going to ball joint into here, and so I'm going to show you. See how this right above the ball joint right there? That's going to provide additional stability, so it's going to tab into the side of the leg. So in addition to a ball joint, you've got the tab for more stability to keep the legs attached. Alright, so we're looking pretty good now. And got a few more pieces to attach. The gun, the handle folds up, and then it pegs into the little slot there. This is always another thing that always comes out. You just kind of peg it in there, hope it stays. And to complete it all, there's a little ball joint here, a smaller ball joint. This is going to cover up this exposed area. There we go. As you can tell, I'm struggling with it because this is loose, and it's the way it came from the factory apparently, because it's had the factory tape on it, so it was all indication whether it was factory sealed MSIA figure. So there. You can see the problem here. These slide down. I think they might pop into place, but I just can't. Yeah, there is actually. Looks like right there there's a groove that corresponds to these tabs. So if you can get that in there, you might be able to make it stick. It's going to break it, but I heard a little click. So maybe that solved that problem. Whoops, sorry about that. And the other thing I struggle with is the wings. Now the wings, they have an additional winglet that comes out. So it makes it look even more like a plane, some kind of spacecraft. This is also important. See on the side here, there's a peg which will attach these and should make them less prone to coming out and flopping all about. That's the other thing I was struggling with. Alright, so we're looking actually pretty good here. Again, it's not perfect. The tabs that hold everything in, they tend to come out. But you get the idea. You get the idea. This is the Mobile Suit in Action Wave Rider form. Bottom there. So we can kind of see that things come apart and repeg into different places, and unlike the model kits, but it's kind of a unique feature, I guess. Not too bad. I'm glad that it can transform, even though you have to take parts apart, pieces apart and everything. And it's not like the model kits where it all folds into each other nicely. So I wanted to bring up one more point that I forgot to bring up in my first part of the review. See this? This is a Zaku head, and apparently what happens in the series, I've never watched it, is that in the anime, the Z Gundam takes damage and its head basically gets blown off, and so they scavenge around. They end up finding they scavenge a Zaku head, and that's kind of cool. Kind of looks odd, but in a way it kind of looks cool too. As you can see, here's what it actually looks like in the toy, and here's what it looks like in the animation. So that's a nice touch. I mean, that's going an extra mile. They didn't have to do that, and that's pretty awesome. So. Alright, so final thoughts. I really like this figure. If you get one Mobile Suit in Action, I think this is a nice candidate to add to to start your collection, or even if you don't continue on, at least to have one of these guys, get this guy. I like the size. I like the detailing with the panel lining. I like the articulation, double joints all around. Yeah, I'm starting. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm starting to like these smaller scaled action figures. Even though I still love the 1/100 and the 1/60 model kits, I'm starting to like these guys, especially the Mobile Suit in Action. And I did a review on the Zaku 1/200 scale HCM Pro, and I like that actually too. So hey, what can I say? I recommend you pick this up. I think I got it for around, with shipping and everything, around 26 bucks. So it was, if you can get it cheap in Chinatown, go for it. Alright guys, catch you later. Bye.